Okie dokie. So I'm going to go over the different sections. I think I'll do one playlist for the whole assessment and then a video for each section. So this is section 1. As I go through the video, pay attention to where you're thinking. If you made a mistake, was it a thinking mistake? Was it a calculation mistake? Kind of get an understanding where your mistakes are, and then what you need to do to correct a mistake. Like what kind of practice you need to do. So you'll be developing a plan for yourself and to share with your parents and myself and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. So here we go. Add or subtract 1/5 plus 1/3. I guess I could just turn these into equivalent fractions. I don't see any other kind of, thinking about clocks or money or anything like that. No, not really. And these are unit fractions, so I know that that can go pretty good. So I'm going to try color coding this stuff so you can follow along. So this fraction, I'm thinking about fifths and thirds and what they have in common. I think just 15ths, right? 5, 10, 15ths. Yeah. And so I'm going to turn this into 15ths. And I'm going to be turning, let's see, the other one into 15ths, the thirds. Again, I want to keep things on the same side. So if I get all confused about which fraction is which and I get to subtraction, then I'm just going to have some serious problems. So if I think of fifths into 15ths, that's by 3, right? So that would be 3 15ths is the same as 1/5, and then 5 15ths. And so that is going to get me 8 15ths. So I need to know how to do equivalent fractions. I need to know that I never, ever add the denominator together, because then I'm changing the size of the pieces. And I need to figure out how to get a common denominator and then go from there and then add the guys there. Okay. 2 5/6 plus 1/8. Again, do I see anything that's 6 8 an 8th? No, I think I'm just going to have to do the addition here. When I do addition, what I like to do is I like to tackle the fractions first. So I'm going to do 5 6 plus 1/8, and I got to remember to look at that too. So I'm going to look at 5 6. I do know that this is just going to be 2, though, now that I think about it, because I'm 1/6 away from a whole, and I'm only adding an 1/8 to it. An 1/8 is less. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that 2 is going to be in my final answer. It's going to be 2 and something. So I'm going to take 5 6 and work with that, and then I have 1/8. I guess I could do that work up here. So looking at 6s and 8s, 12, right? If I think of the multiples of 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, so that's something in common with 8. So I don't need to multiply these together. I want to try and simplify my life. But I know that here, so that would be 24. So I do that by multiplying 4 to each one. So that's going to be 20 24ths. And I'm going to be adding that to, so what's 1/8 and 24ths? That's times 3, right? So 3 over 3. That's going to be 3 24ths. So all together, that's going to give me 2 and 23 24ths. So very, very close to 3, but not. So again, if you have 23 24ths there, you forgot to bring that 2. You forgot all about it. Okay, subtract 3/4 minus 1/8. Again, so looking at these, I'm just going to convert this to 8ths. So this is going to be 6 8ths minus, and I didn't have to do anything to 1/8. And that's going to give me 5 8ths. And then here, 1 2/5 minus 6 tenths. Well, If I just do 2/5 minus 6/10, that's going to be taking me, that's going to go into like negative town. So I'm going to have to try and figure out how to change this mixed number into improper fraction. So if I'm looking at 1 2/5 and I'm thinking of one whole, and I see this is fifths, how many fifths are in one whole? There's 5. So I can change this mixed number to 7/5, because that means I have 5/5, which is one whole, and then 2/5 more. So there's that 7/5. And I'm going to be subtracting that by tenths. So an equivalent fraction that'll give me the tenths is 14 tenths minus 6 tenths, and that's going to get me to 8 tenths. Oops, I want to do that in black. I got all confused. Sorry about that. 8 tenths. So this is the video for section 1. How did you do? Where did you go wrong? Thinking. Are you able to do equivalent fractions? Do you understand that? Because if you don't understand that, then that's the beginning piece. Did you get numbers backwards? Where did you make your mistakes? So pause here, fill out if you didn't do well in this section, kind of fill that out and figure out what your first step is, and then we'll go from there. All right, bye.